Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Happy Taco Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. All right. So I hope everyone is doing well. If you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you go ahead and get subscribed. Bang that notification bell so that you will know every time that I go live, especially with some stuff like this that we getting ready to talk about this morning. But first of all, again, I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is doing well and has started a fantastic week. Okay. So today we are here to discuss Martell Haire. Okay. And so I'm going to remind you about who he is just shortly. But first, again, make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed. Bang that notification bell. Hit that like button as you come on up in here. I know that sometimes when we talk about topics like this, it can be extremely heavy and extremely triggering. Okay. But I stated that when I first did this, I made like a pact to myself that I would make sure that we speak about this case in regards to this creepy, weird, nasty, pathetic, low life man named Martell Haire, aka Chef Gotti. I tell you one thing, y'all chefs be out here just doing crazy. You got one chef out here talking about the black women's and stuff like that, and he done represented black women. And then you got this man right here who is allegedly out here doing stuff with his own blood children. Okay. So y'all know I already know I'm gonna come with the receipts. Okay. I'm gonna definitely come with the receipts and we're gonna show you exactly what's been going on over there in the courtroom. Okay. Now I will go ahead and let y'all know that Milwaukee, Wisconsin is where he currently is, and they actually don't have like the court transcripts, but they do let us know what exactly takes place in those court spaces. Okay. All right. So if you would like to show some love to the channel, you can. It's gonna be scrolling across the bottom of the screen, or the moderators will put it in the chat as well. But I do gotta speak to y'all this morning. Good morning, Kim Nicole. Good morning, Jamie. Good morning, Linda Gamble. Good morning, T. Fillmore. Good morning, Yvette Bell. Good morning, Shar. Good morning, Teresa West. Good morning, Latrice. Good morning to Feisty. Um, and it looks like everybody else is here. Okay. All right. So let me just give y'all a brief rundown about this before I actually dig into the court stuff. Okay. So if you guys do not know who Martell Haire is, aka Chef Gotti, last year it started, I think, on Facebook or maybe even TikTok, where people were starting to put their concerns because one of his oldest daughters actually did speak out, right? One of his oldest daughters spoke out and stated that, he had been doing things to her, and I gotta be careful because y'all know how YouTube is. He'd been touching her and doing things with her. Gerald, shout out to Gerald from the NCB. He did interview this young lady, and after he interviewed this young lady, a lot of receipts started coming out. Where she did go tell, and unfortunately, and this is why I say that this is very interesting. Oh, hey, friend, I didn't see you. Hey, friend. Hey, friend. Hey, friend. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Diane. Good morning. I think I already said good morning to Teresa, but I'm gonna say it again. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. So this young man, well, I'm not gonna call him the young man because he looked old and tired in the face anyway. But you guys see in this picture on the far left hand side of your screen, okay? This girl that's back here is allegedly the girlfriend. There's a daughter that she's, has her arms around. And then I believe there is a son on the far right hand side. And then you have two daughters that are right there. Now, if you notice, the biggest issue that I have with this is the fact of where one of his daughters is in this picture. I don't do the whole lap thing, legs gap wide open and stuff like that. We don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do that. But check out where his hands are located. Okay. Check out where his hands are located. You're sick and pathetic. And let me tell you something. I believe those girls. Okay? I believe those girls. And this man has consistently done things that just absurd. So the last thing that really got him caught up was the fact that he got super intoxicated and decided that and he did some things, some forceful intercourse with his own blood daughter in the vehicle in a car. And the girlfriend that he has at the time, everybody was like, she's an informant, she's an informant. But I'm not sure why anyone, and especially to his magnitude, why anyone would just allow him to continue to keep doing what he's doing over and over so they can get evidence and stuff like that. They've had several cases, and we'll look at them here shortly, but they've had several cases open on this man. Several cases open on this man. This is not the first one, but a lot of them were closed, right? A lot of them were closed because at the particular time when the oldest daughter was speaking out, they were saying that it was a bunch of hearsay, right? They got all of these documents where these children are giving their testimonies in regards to what this man did. And you mean to tell me that the girlfriend was an informant and y'all let this go on as long as y'all did? Something ain't right about that. Something is not right about that. Then she going on Facebook talking about, well, I didn't know that he was doing this. I didn't know that he was doing this. But come to find out, she was the one that caught him having intercourse with the daughter in the car, allegedly. Okay, I have to say allegedly because he is still going through his court stuff. Okay, he is still going through his court stuff. He's been charged, but of course hasn't been convicted just yet. But I am glad that they reopened these cases because again, I don't get it. And people keep saying, "Oh, she was an informant. She was an informant." How? 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 And y'all let this go on this long. This was going on for a very long time. Then he decides to get on the internet and be like, "Oh, well, I'm a turn myself in. If I really did this, if I'm guilty, I'm gonna turn myself in." Well, if you say you ain't guilty, you ain't gonna go turn yourself in with your lying behind. Okay, so let's get in here. Let's get in here. Let's get in here. I'm pulling up the case right now so I can give you guys an update on where we are. No, she's not in jail. She is not in jail. Hey, Pekin 2 Ross. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So give me just a second so I can remove his address. Uh, okay, cool, cool, cool. This is what I wanted to get to. I agree. I agree. She does need to be charged, in my opinion, because I just don't know how you an informant and allow this stuff to go on as long as you did. Something definitely in the buttermilk ain't clean. Um. Okay, let me remove this thumbnail and let's take a look. Um. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can really see this. However, they actually have court this morning, so I'm gonna definitely give. Well, I mean, they have a scheduled conference, not necessarily a court date. So in case if you guys cannot see, they have requested a speedy trial in regards to this. Now, first, let me back up. He did have a bond, right? He had a bond. Is it bond or bail? But bond, I think. He had a bond to get out, right? And his bond was originally set at $100,000. However, if he was able to make that bond, he would immediately go on house arrest, right? He would immediately go on house arrest. If they did not have any house arrest bracelets available, his bond would then raise to $200,000, right? So, of course, you know, hopefully, ain't nobody doing no dumb stuff and going over there and bailing this man out of jail, knowing that he is like a real life creep. I just believe that this man has done this. So, in case if you guys do not know, he is okay. Hold on one second. Let me remove this real quick while I get the charge. I don't want to mess around and put the address up here. Um. Okay. So he's being charged with first degree child SA and sexual contact or sexual intercourse with a person under the age of 13. That's a felony B. And I've already kind of explained what a felony B is in the state of Wisconsin. It is something punishable up to life in prison. Okay. And it's the second most serious crime that you can commit. Okay. It's the second most, I mean, it's a horrendous crime, right? And then you have a felony C, which is, I believe it's up to $100,000 as far as fees that you would fines that you would have to pay back, and then up to 60 years in prison for that particular charge. Now, mind you, he has two charges of incest with a child. Okay, he has two charges of incest with a child. All right, so give me just a second. I want to explain that before I got into what was going on. So let's get back to here. Oh, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everyone is doing well. Miss Vernita, Miss Chrislyn, Miss Jamie. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. She said thank you for being you. I appreciate that. Thank you so very much. And good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. The true. What's going on? What's going on? Bond without a tracking system, what he shouldn't even be eligible for bond. Exactly my point. Now, the crazy thing is a lot of these charges that he was originally charged with were dismissed, which is crazy because it almost seems like y'all weren't listening to those girls. So finally, they did. They had put out an arrest warrant on him. I believe it was on December the 21st. They initially put the but y'all know that he wasn't arrested until I think January the 20th is when he was arrested. Okay. So let's get into this. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. So I think I've given you guys this March update. Nothing really happened in March. It looks like the prosecuting attorneys and because at the time it doesn't look like he had an actual attorney. So he didn't obtain an attorney until March. Oh, I thought this was on the screen. Sorry, hold on one second, y'all. Okay, so he didn't obtain an attorney until March the 27th of 2023, right? So on the 27th, it says defendant Martell Deontay Haire, not in court today, in custody though. Attorney Richard L. Voss, Mr. in court for Martell D'Anthony here, attorney Sarah. I'm not gonna try to say her last name. For Aaron Michelle, in the court of the state of Wisconsin. Okay, and so basically, it's just letting you know that on April 3rd they will have a preliminary hearing that will be scheduled. Right. Okay, so let's move up to April 3rd. So April 3rd was the preliminary hearing. Okay, so at 2:47 p.m., defendant Martell Deontay Haire appeared by video in custody. Attorney Richard L. Voss, Mr. appeared by video for Martell Deontay Haire. Prosecuting attorney Jeremy Richard Hager in court for the state of Wisconsin. And so basically, it says that um basically, what they're saying is that they have so much evidence at this particular point that the bond needed to be revoked, and they submitted more evidence right before this preliminary hearing started. Okay, some more evidence. And you know what the evidence was? The evidence was a testimony received and filed. Okay. So it was a testimony that was received and filed. And they are also demanding a speedy trial. Let me tell y'all something. This man here, is literally a gutter snipe, disgusting. Like, yo, I don't understand. I don't get it. You want to keep blaming it on the fact that you was oh so drunk, man. You are pathetic. I'm sorry. I hope he go up under the jail. I do. At this point, I really do. Or prison. My bad. Not jail. Prison. 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 Because again, like I told you, I really believe those girls because the oldest girl had been and told her counselor at the school. That was the very first person she told. And that person, the counselor, told her mother. Okay. So her mother didn't find out the details until she actually done this interview. And when she done the interview and gave the details, it sounds like a predator. And we just got to keep it all the way 100 and a buck. This dude is sick. He's sick. He, y'all, do y'all see this man's hands? And look, for whatever reason, when I talk about this Martell hair dude, I don't know. For whatever reason, y'all like to go ballistics in the comments. Okay. Y'all do. It seems like whenever I speak about this man here, everybody won't go crazy in the comment. And I'm not talking about y'all. I'm not talking about y'all in the chat right now. But after this video is over, I challenge y'all to go back and read some of the comments on the other videos that I've done in regards to this man. It's like people, I don't know. I don't get it. But yo, I'm gonna keep on talking about this man. I sure am. I made a promise when when I saw that original video and when I saw the interview, I made a promise that I was going to keep up with this case. So whether y'all like it or not, I mean, you can waste your time and put the stuff in the comments. You just better hope I don't see it. Um, I always know when my friend triggered that trade trade side come out and him saying, "Yo, I'm angry too, friend." Not, thank you, friend. It do get me very activated because again, like you know, it. I ain't trying to make this about me or anything like that, but just in general, I mean, we all know someone that has been put in a situation in some sort of way like this, in a sense to where we can understand and listen to what the daughters are saying and believe them. Like, I don't really think that that oldest girl had a reason to lie. And also, too, y'all, when they went to go pick this man up, when they went to go pick this man up, he was allegedly with one of his daughters by himself. Yo, this is sick. This is sick, yo. Like I don't understand. Being drunk is no excuse. He's sick and disgusting. Set him on fire. Listen, one thing I do know is the moment that he's convicted and they fool around and charge this man and send him off to wherever he gonna go, he not gonna make it long. He's not gonna make it long. He ain't gonna make it long at all. You don't y'all look at this man's hand. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I keep having to go back to that. Look at this man's hands. Why is your hands in these places on your own blood children? Why your hands right there? Why? And then this dumb heifer back here that's hugging the one of the children as well. You just as stupid. You mean to tell me you didn't see his hands right there? And let's be clear. Let's be clear. Y'all changed clothes because it was a whole photo shoot that they did. Okay. They did like 3 or 4 poses. Okay. And when I say 3 or 4 poses, meaning like, they changed clothes, they done all of this kind of stuff. And I baby, good morning, Francine. Good morning, Veronica. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody coming in. Listen, y'all, when I say sick, I mean sick, absolutely sick. Right. Let me tell y'all something. And this is just keeping it all the way a buck, okay? This is just keeping it all the way a buck and keeping it 100 with y'all. Like, one thing that I've learned, like, I think I said this the other day that I'm always considering what happened to me, I'm always very cautious when I'm around children. Doesn't mean that I don't like kids or anything like that. I'm just cautious around children, right? And meaning saying that is like if I have my niece or something like that, my niece know won't you don't sit in Uncle lap, okay? And for that matter, won't sit in no man lap, okay? Same with young men. I don't agree with that either, but that's just me, right? I think this is so out of line, and the outrage that it did not receive for this picture, that like what's up? It seemed like people was not upset about this, but there are documents, and you guys may have to go back and look at some of my older videos that I did on this. I've been talking about this since I saw that young baby's interview. But in that old video that I did, I posted a statement that was made from one of his daughters. This is a very long statement, so I don't want to read it, but y'all go check that statement out. Also, too, if you have Facebook, Twitter, or not Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok, you can put hashtag Martell Haire or hashtag Chef Gotti in, and I guarantee you, you will see everything unfold right before your eyes. Even down to the girlfriend getting on Facebook trying to make excuses for this man. Continue excuses. Hey Yvonne, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody just coming in. I again like, I'm pretty stern. I got an update on some other stuff, that some other cases and stuff that we've been looking at, especially when it comes to like Rashim and Shanquilla. So my thing is I want to be able to give y'all this information. Um, because I want to know where were all the adults in his life around him? Nobody said, "Yo, why is your hand in between your daughter's legs like that?" And we're not talking resting on her leg or nothing like that. Your hands are absolutely in the wrong place. And then the fact that you got your son in this same picture while you do this crap, you're teaching your son these things. You were teaching your son these things because your son see you doing. Let me tell you something. Again, I'm at a place right now where we just gonna be calling it out. Thank you, Veronica, for the cash app. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We just gonna be calling it out, right? So they have another I don't know if their meeting today is going to be discussing the speedy trial or if it's going to be discussing the testimony that was received and filed. It doesn't say who the testimony was filed by, but it does say that it is a testimony. So I'm just assuming that it may be one of his daughters or one of the individuals that are involved. And at this particular point, I'm sure they're making them talk, right? Like, yo, you need to really tell us what's going on. Because everybody ain't lying on this man, especially all these young girls. They're not lying on him. His own kids, they're not lying on him. But the ultimate fact that you were having intercourse with your daughter in the car, you wasn't, and that's the crazy thing. That's the crazy thing. The man was in the house, right? He was in the house. The daughter went outside to look for something in the car. He goes out after her. And when he goes out after her, he's again found by the girlfriend having intercourse with his daughter in the car, allegedly. I'm trying to tell y'all, I get ready to talk about this. It makes me very angry. Okay. But I wanted to give you guys an update on this because I know how triggering it is. So I'm not going to keep you guys long. I definitely know how triggering this type of situation can be, especially for those of us that are victims of SA and different stuff of that particular nature. But to have your own blood father doing this is crazy and creepy. So I'm gonna be sure to get you guys videos in regards to this, just however it updates. Like I said, they do have that conference this morning. I don't know, like I said, what the end result is gonna be for that particular conference, but what I do know is I want them to hurry up and put this man up under the jail. And anytime that there is a request for a speedy trial in a situation like this, that means that the prosecutors got enough evidence. If not, I mean, they have more than enough evidence. Okay. They absolutely have more than enough evidence. I had to look that thing up to see exactly what that meant in a case like this. And it just states that they can't go past that expiration date. And I think his expiration date for a speedy trial is 7/3 of 23. So, he got to make sure you do what you're supposed to do. But he showed up to court via video. Um, and he has not been able to make that bond. And like I said, they did say that if he didn't have a monitor on him, or if they couldn't get a monitor on him, if he paid that the $100,000 bond, he could he would get the monitor, and the monitor, if they didn't have any house arrest monitors available or whatever, tracking, whatever you call it, then he would eventually have to, I mean, his bond would be doubled. So that's where we are now. He's messed them up mentally and physically, and that's my biggest issue is we never really think about the outcome of what we do to our to children in situations like this. Because, like I said, even with my situation, it it doesn't help with um it doesn't help with relationships as you grow older because you start to feel some type of way about certain things. So you don't like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not here for it. In this that's good. He can't make bond. Yeah, I don't think nobody want to pay that bond for him, and he ain't had no money saved up for the bond. In December, yeah, that's what I was saying. Go to Facebook and you'll see all of that stuff. You'll see all of that stuff. They somewhat called him out, but didn't really do what they should have done, in my opinion, because this man then gets on Facebook and says that he's not guilty. And if he was guilty, he would have turned himself in and he would never do that to his daughters. I mean, this man got on live on Facebook Live to say and do all of this after he was called out. Mind you, he had an active warrant out for him in December. The warrant went out December the 21st. He had an active warrant out on him already when he decided to go live on Facebook. So there you have it, guys. Again, I'm at this particular point, sir. If you got to go under, you deserve every bit of it at this point, and that's just what that is. I don't there there's not a bone in my body that feels bad for him. Good morning, Louisiana chick. Good morning, Kelly. There's not a bone in my body that feels bad for this man. I don't, because I can see what you're doing right here. This picture is enough for me. It's enough for me. We don't do that to kids. We don't do that to kids. Yo, I told y'all I'm just one of those type of people that I'm really protective about my nieces, my nephews, niece and my nephews. I really am. And so being very protective of them makes me super protective of just kids in general. And again, I don't really like being in that space like this. This right here, and this girl to sit back there and hug all on the kids and stuff like that. You sick too. You need to go to jail, then hell too. I see you too feisty. The picture alone tells you something ain't clean in the buttermilk. Okay, you hear me? That's what I'm saying. He was with his daughter. He groomed her for a while because she's defending him. She was defending him, but the oldest daughter had already spoke out about this, and they had a case open that was dismissed by the judge. I'm trying to tell y'all, this go back far. She was trying to defend him, and so was um it was somebody else that was trying to defend him. I can't remember who it was. But the oldest daughter had already spoke out, went to the counselor, told the counselor at the school what was going on. They had a case open, but then they closed the case. Why they closed the case, I have no clue, but they reopened it back up. So now he got three cases against him. He got the uh SA with a child under the age of 18. I'm gonna just put it that way. And then the other one was incest with a child or to a child or something like that. And that was two charges of that. So again, like I said, at this particular point, and maybe the daughter that he was grooming, or the daughter that you're talking about, Danny B, maybe the daughter when he was arrested that he was found with. They of course aren't going to release any names or anything like that, especially if she's still a minor. But that's what took place. And it's again, it's sick and it's crazy. It's sick and it's crazy. There's not enough people talking about it online, in my opinion. There's not enough people talking about it. You know, I feel like this should be, and I know it's triggering. I get it, but somebody got to speak up. So anyway, y'all, I'm again not gonna keep you guys long. Again, if you have not checked out some of the older videos, please go do so. Also going to paste in the comment section the link to where you can go look up his charges and stuff of that nature, and you can actually look and see where the cases were closed and where they've been reopened as well. Okay. So, with that being said, you guys go check that out, and I will also put it in the description box of this actual video as well. And with that being said, you guys try to have you a good day. I know that this was a lot of information that could be a little bit triggering, but try to have a good day, because my hope and my prayer, yeah, I did say prayer, is that Martell Haire is up under the prison really, 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 really soon. All right, y'all. Got to go. Bye.